Yep. All right, cool. Don't miss anybody. All right, cool. So we'll call the meeting to order. 5:44. So we'll start with roll. We got George Alvarez.
Here.
Or Rodolfo Blanco.
Here.
Eric Brandon, not here. Steve Remo, not here. Mary Cosmo here. Jose Llano.
Here.
Jessica Medina.
Here.
Mano Perez.
Here.
Romy, not here. Andrea, not here. Magali.
Here.
John Tingle.
Here.
Carlos Padilla, not here. And Daniel Gonzalez, not here. All right. All right, orders of business, referrals, additions, deletions. Anybody have anything? Anything come up during the week? It was a pressing, or during the month, I should say, a pressing matter.
Well, I'm gonna mention it here.
Open.
Oh. Okay. When they're trying to get in.
We're getting out.
Oh, they're okay.
Yeah, we're good. All righty. Looks like we're good there. We move on to public comments. I won't draw any attention.
Unless you send me sticker.
What's this on? Cool, move on to the approval of minutes. So the regular meeting minutes from the last time, if you guys want to peruse. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of what we're gonna be covering today is referring back to these minutes regardless. So if these are good to go, it's important for the rest of it. Somebody wants a motion to. Motion minutes that we got.
I'll second.
Cool, so all in favor? Awesome. The minutes are good. We can move on to budget. I don't think there's any updates on this right now. So I think we're good. Does anybody have any changes to budget? I know last time we talked a little bit about the pins and all that stuff, improving that. I'll get to that in a second, but I don't think we have anything new right now. Cool. So move on to old business. John's doing it. Yeah, we're good. So old business, the BTR list follow-ups. I'm just wondering if anybody heard back from anybody that they've reached out to. If there's anything going on, ribbon cuttings. Carlos met up with the people from LMG Maine, and that's how we did the ribbon cutting with them. They already had a whole thing set up on Saturday, or that last Saturday, and we were able to get the mayor to show up late and do all this thing for them and jump in on their ribbon cutting and make it official. You know, so that's why it's helpful sometimes to actually, you know, do the follow-ups, because you never know if, you know, they've been trying to reach out to the mayor's office, they just can't. And then next thing you know, we're the next line of defense when it comes to that.
Did you show up or did you call or did you email? What is your?
It just depends what you do. Like, I know Carlos,
Oh, is it him?
no, it was Carlos from Chelos, like Padilla. What he likes to do is he goes in person.
He goes.
So yeah, that's why usually like the ones that he jumps on are the ones in Main Street or like near Chelos, like around that area. So he just goes in person and he sees what's up with them. So that's how he met up with them in Maine, and he found out that they were finding their own thing, and they reached out to me, and we reached out to the mayor's office and got it set up and said, hey, can you show up? And he showed up with Moritz, like his campaign manager showed up and dropped him off and, you know, got them all set up and situated, you know, right there, ready to go, and made it, you know, we did the whole little official thing. We sent it to Jonathan on Monday and he posted on the Instagram to make it, you know, a real ribbon cutting. So, you know, that's why it doesn't hurt to reach out, but I know there's a couple options. So Carlos does that. That's probably the best thing, but I know it's difficult. So if you don't have time to do that, there's calls. And there's also the email that we can do with the script that John, built for us. That's really well written and kind of well built out. And then that's kind of the way of least resistance for us, I guess.
I was asking because I usually send those emails down.
Yeah,
They don't.
no, you don't really get anything out of it. That's why the best thing is honestly just, knock on the door, hey, whatever. But I understand if, you know, you got 8 businesses.
But I've done that and a lot of times like nobody's there.
Yeah, that's why it's
So you're just.
a plus or minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got retail power. Yeah. So that's why usually I think about like what the specific industry type is, and then that's probably the best way to approach it. Like, you know, Carlos probably saw that they were, you know, right there, Main Street of beauty salon. So there's probably gonna be somebody there. You know, LMG Maine was that place. I'm sorry, what were you asking?
What's the name of the place that they?
Did the ribbon cut? LMG Maine, I think it was called.
LMG.
Yeah, MAN.
There's one on Thursday for Scalp Elite.
Yes.
Scalp Elite is
Yeah,
Thursday.
Scalp Elite. That was like an official one with the mayor. That one.
And there's another
was all
one.
good. Yeah, and there's another one after as well that we should have gotten an invite to.
Were you
April?
April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to receive
And if I went in March, you still get the invites.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one.
There was one
March.
sent today.
Yeah, one today. One today.
For Scalp Elite, and then I have another one for March 7.
What? And who's sending out the email?
It's Joe, this one,
Yeah,
it has Sonny Sale and Jonathan and Gino, but we can put everybody else on this one.
It's not that one. I didn't know.
The Scalpely one, no, I see here is, it's got, that one has.
Yeah, it's really low.
Yeah, yeah, but the MG main one was kind of an impromptu, one. That one kind of came out of nowhere.
Thursday, the 7th of March is a glow.
Yeah,
What is it, a glow or something?
yeah, March 7th.
March 7th, ¿dónde?
A glow medical.
I don't think I'll be able to go there for the live coverage because there is a candidate forum here.
Okay, that's fine. We can always just
We'll just-
record and send it to you.
And then the 18th for Styles Boutique, and that's April 18th, sorry,
April.
for Styles Boutique.
Yeah.
March.
Oh, yeah, I see that one here too.
I can forward.
That one you guys are
Can
on.
you forward it and then let Joseph know, or are you, can we talk?
Well, you guys are on the Styles Boutique one. I see you guys on all of them except that one that's on.
Yeah,
March
sometimes I
7th.
had an old email in there.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely what it is. I'll tell you now. No, yeah, I didn't agree.
When is it gonna be
Yeah.
ending?
In April, which day in April?
Llanos dentro.
I'm just double checking.
Ese ya fueron.
Llanos dentro.
Yeah, I was the,
Yeah.
Ese ya fue.
Last month.
April 18th
April 18th.
for Styles Boutique.
Yeah, the one for you is JEAlvarez@comcast.net. Is that you or no?
Yeah.
It is? Okay, okay. Maybe it's not connected to to the Outlook, that one. That might be your personal one, it's gonna be a lot.
That could be it.
But, okay, whatever, so we're good there.
JL Alvarez is.
Cool. That's it. The whole point of that was just, push the BTR list and why it's important and like, Carlos did a good job there and it could lead to stuff. Cool. So the second thing is the status of the town EDC promotional videos, the super exciting videos. I saw Gani, I spoke to Gani. Jonathan and I were in an email chain with him a little bit this past month.
I won't get too much into it. I don't think the holdup really should have been a holdup because.
No, I know,
we
yeah.
Pretty
it
much
was a miscommunication
Yeah, I don't.
or a misunderstanding, whatever it was.
Yeah,
There's my comments.
From his perspective, we're good on the video. He just was waiting, like we were, or from his perspective, he was waiting on approval of scripts or whatever that's in it. We basically told him that the script is fine.
Yeah. Which I found a little while ago.
Yeah, that we were at the point where we were gonna dub it ourselves, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
So he basically said he's gonna get somebody to do it now and that we should have it by the next meeting.
We had made a few tweaks to the script, right?
There were some that's,
Yeah.
he had specifically one hang up about, tree coverage in the town, which I told him that that's not really a number. It's not really a number that we like have on standby. We're not 90% covered by trees, and so I told him to scrap it, and then the other edits. That when we watched it, I already sent to him.
So we approved on getting someone to do the script. Is that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he knows that the script is approved now, so he's gonna get somebody to do the final dubbing of it and then have it finalized by the next meeting. That's the official thing now, so. We'll see.
Really on it.
Yeah. Next up would be the pull-up banners and film status. So, as you guys see.
Yeah, this is my little follow-up because, I know we already approved getting new ones. We were doing spring cleaning upstairs and this was buried under a lot of stuff. And so I know we already approved it, but I just wanted to get a little closure on the matter. For my personal opinion, I think this is the only one, that may be worth keeping.
Yeah.
This one on the far right. Let me know if you want me to tilt it so you can see it. But beyond that, that's my closure for
Is that still our,
the logo.
yeah, no, the one over there, I know that there's like
You mean the mission statement?
yeah, is that still accurate?
I believe.
Because we had edited it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It is right.
That's the edited one?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
so why don't you like the middle?
It's just really low res,
for
you
what
can't
it-
see it from a distance,
And
but
for what it is,
Mm.
it's too small, like this couldn't really be a background for
anything on board.
anything.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's just really the quality, I mean, the format isn't horrible. Like the way it's all laid out, it's just the
I
photo
remember
is
seeing the middle one,
this one.
but not the other ones.
Oh,
But yeah, what I'm thinking is we just kind of scrap these two. And we can hold this one as like a supplementary one and we make a new one that kind of has the biz.net website on it. Has like the Instagram and stuff of the town, like more contact information and where to, it's a little bit more informational. Kind of like what that one's trying to do, but just not super JPEG'd out that it's pixelated. That's about the thing.
so yeah, that's my little.
But yeah, that's it. This is just kind of here
That's my
for
closure.
closure, yeah.
So what are we getting? One more of those?
Yeah, we're gonna get one more of these little displays. It's gonna kind of be basically the three of these together, except not the middle one, because like Jonathan was saying, step and repeats like that is usually like, you take pictures in front of like at the chamber meetings and stuff like that with the
Mhm.
logos. But
That's
one
too
that's
big.
small like that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, like you can do this for selfies, I guess. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
For selfies.
So it doesn't really have a use. So, and then that one isn't horrible design, like Jonathan said, it's just super low quality to the point where it's embarrassing to have that out. So
It would have to be like really way the back.
yeah, like super in the distance, like you like with ropes, you can't get close to see how bad it
so the
looks.
new one you said is the width of those three combined?
No. I'm just saying like the content is
Oh,
these
got
three
it.
combined, but it's gonna basically be the exact same as all these three. In terms of width, in terms of size, in terms of how it looks and works, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be a full display. And we'll have a design to approve as well. I'm hoping by the next meeting too. I got AC Graphics, the team to start, revving up on it today. So I'm hoping by next week we can have a video to review and a display banner to review. And then hopefully the pins already too, because the pins are in the works. So should be good. And the pin's just gonna have a little EDCE and it's gonna have our name. That works for everybody. All right, cool. So that's what the photo display, the photo banners, the pin status. Anybody have any comments on that? Questions, concerns? I think we're good for the most part. All right, cool. So we can move on to the new business. Next up is the next official business networking social, which is tomorrow at BB's Bakehouse. We've been pushing it on Eventbrite on the chamber at least. I don't think the town made one, right, this time around?
For an Eventbrite? No.
No,
it's-
right?
It's on the calendar on Facebook.
Cool.
We have the story. and
Nice.
Business as usual. I got the W-9. I asked them to make a vendor sheet, so once they send us an invoice, we'll be able to push that out.
Cool. Yeah, he talked to me today and said that he was gonna set apart some finger foods and stuff like that for us. I told him today too about the check and how that works. And he was really grateful and appreciative of that. He didn't realize that there was a check involved. And that he was like, oh, that's awesome. That, that'll help us to really be able to set up a nice little display for you guys and something like finger foods for people to pick at. He's really looking forward to it. So I think it's gonna go pretty well. The Eventbrite right now, I think we have like 40 people signed up.
5:30.
5:30.
Okay.
Did we approve the check with last meeting, the $500 or something?
Yeah.
We did.
I'm not sure if we 100% like if we brought it up specifically,
Yeah,
but it's something that we do every time with these.
so he's aware of the 500.
Yeah, he's aware of it now.
Can the town post?
What was that?
Can the town piggyback on posting?
We can repost the story. It's gone out. It's
No, but like 40,
2
it's not great. Because not all 40 gonna show.
Well,
up.
it's 40 separate from like the town people. Like it's 40 random people. If you get what I mean. Like it's not like me, Jose, and or people that normally show up, or Tico or whoever, or Lynn, Montos, like the people that normally show up, they're not signed up on there. It's not like the Miami Lakes people, I guess is what you could call it, the regulars.
Okay.
But yeah, if you can do that, I don't think it would hurt.
Is there a flyer for that? Is there?
Yeah, we've been posting it on the chamber
Is there a flyer on the
Instagram.
Chamber?
Yeah,
Yeah, chamber.
Facebook too, and I think we email blasted it too from the chamber. But more never hurts. It never hurts if we could do a little bit more.
I can forward you guys the link to it because you're gonna share it personally or.
Yeah, yeah, we could do a story. or
I'll
something.
I'll share the link with you all and then I can share you the link to the.
And I have it on the chamber
Chamber.
already.
Yeah, and then if you go to the bio, I think the Eventbrite link is in that link tree that's there. I think, let me double check.
No. Not in the bio, I don't think it's in the bio. Everybody follow me on your, on the page.
Yeah, it's there. So like, if you look on the Instagram and then click on the link tree in the bio, it's the first link there, business networking social. Right under the first one. So if you click on it, it'll take you to the Eventbrite. If you guys wanna, you know, if you wanna sign up there or anything, but there's no need. It's a free sign up or whatever. It's just there to help us keep track.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Very close to it.
Yeah, whatever. Anything else? Cool. So we'll do that tomorrow. That'll be a good time. I think in our next meeting, we can then start thinking about the next one. Cool. So up next would be the 2024 EDC event brainstorm 2, right? So this is just something that I wanted us to churn on again, because I don't want us to push it off too much. Last time, especially if you look at the meetings last time, we talked a little bit about possibly using Energy Mendez as a location, because we had done it before in the past. Remember Steve bringing that up? We thought about maybe doing local restaurants catering, because especially Carlos brought that up, and George was here from BB at the time too, talking about how we wanted to support, you know, restaurants here in Main Street and people that we've been to, more than just doing a business networking social, you know? And maybe that's something we can do there. And then we also talked about maybe some of the topics that could be spoken of. I know Steve had a topic in mind at the time. I just don't remember. That's all I have for right
I
now.
thought it was just insurance. but no.
Yeah, right. I think it was just insurance.
To their minutes.
But yeah, that's all I got for right now. When it comes to the event, I wasn't sure if you guys had anything churning in your mind, what we could do, what we could think of. I really like the idea of using Energy Mendez and making it more of like a workshop, you know, where people that are speakers come in with topics that are tangible to work on right there. You know, people can walk out with handouts and deliverables, you know, things that they can work on right there. I just don't know off the top of my own head, but I know Steve was one kind of spearheading this thing too, so it's a shame that he's not here right now. But if there's anything, I guess that you guys might have an idea of, maybe some good important topics that we could discuss at that boot camp, or anything along those lines. Like I know based off of the webinars that we were going to do last year that we changed into the boot camp that we ended up doing. I know something along the lines of, at least relating to me, like my industry was like digital marketing for your own business, you know, like the importance of a website and getting that started and social media related things and how to get that started and going for you. You know, so I know there's something along those lines. I don't know if that's something we were looking for more, you know, if that's what we wanted to tune it towards.
I think it should just be like the hands-on,
Yeah,
like, you know, making sure you're, for example, if it's gonna be social media, like. Like what?
I think we do
tell
it
me what
there.
Your hashtags are, tell me what your
Yeah.
your approach, okay, like. And you can bring someone up and then maybe they can show their profile, that's just, you know, being a little less. Lecture-y.
Exactly, yeah.
Cause that's what it kind of came off the process.
Yeah, which
I
I
think
think
it was
was,
great, but it was still
yeah,
just
but
more.
not exactly what we were looking for, I think. That's why I think we wanted to do more of like, you know, like that, what you're saying, somebody can go up there, discuss what it is they're doing, and then maybe that person can say, all right, everybody, now we break off into little groups and we do it, you know? Or you give it a shot, whatever, like, make it more of an interactive thing.
Since our last meeting, we did launch the new website. And so I just wanted very quickly, because we talked about, when Carlos brought up, you know, is it appropriate to talk about how we can do more things to help businesses? I mean, of course. So something for, if we load, well, one, we have sponsor and vendor opportunities for businesses in town. So when we talk about, you know, if you want to be a vendor at an event, if you guys know anyone that, you know, maybe if they want to sponsor or do catering at, you know, XYZ event, they can just do miamilakes.chevron.gov/vendor. And that'll take them straight to the application. And we can sort of see, okay, we have this event coming up, let's reach out to this company that reached out to us. I don't know if you guys have anyone, very similar for sponsoring an event, they can let us know what they're interested in. Because, so yeah, we talked about what we can do. My idea of like a business hopping, very similar to the culinary bike tour. There is a lot to be done with, you know, with events that I don't think they should fall to committees per se. Not this committee, but you know, any committee that deals with event planning, because it usually just it's not really it doesn't live up to its potential, I'll say. So you know, at least as a start, we have sponsorships and vendors. And so if they wanna find information on that /vendor /sponsors, that's our new website, and we're kind of just hoping these forums will be able to at least give some people the chance for, you know, representing themselves. So that's my little one note on what more we can do. There's still more to talk about, and maybe we'll talk about it at the quarterly.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah, one thing I want to bring up at that quarterly meeting too is, and I don't know if this is a possibility, but what
You say,
Yeah, you're good. Well, Carlos was mentioning at the last meeting too, is maybe doing an event, maybe partnered with the Cultural Affairs Committee or something, where we feature some of the Main Street businesses, you know, in that little circle there, like what he was thinking. I like the idea that I kind of tossed out last time, or maybe it's the sort of, you know, I'm not sure if it was me, maybe it was George actually. You go around and you kind of like get yourself punched, and you like kind of punch, get a little check-in thing, and at the end, if you check in, yeah, if you check in at all the different places, you get, you know, XYZ related thing, you get put into a raffle, something along those lines. And I'm gonna bring it up at that quarterly committee chair meeting and see if maybe we can work with the Cultural Affairs Committee to see if we can bring in some music and maybe make like, you know, do a little separate event there and promoting some of the restaurants. Cause I know that's something that Carlos was talking about. I know George from BB's Bakehouse, now that he's been doing this, he's been reaching out to me here and there. And he's been really pushing to me that, hey man, you guys should really try to do something in Main Street, you know, and I don't know if that's really us as the EDC, but I don't see why it wouldn't be, you know?
No.
You know, that we can
Yeah.
jump in and try to make it a thing. Yeah, but I don't want to step on any toes, so I'll reach out to Cultural Affairs. And, you know, maybe it's something cool, you know, just so we have like a fun event too in the year, you know, separate from the whole boot camp thing.
You know, what's helpful is we have the quarterly committee chair meeting, and then in the April council meeting is the EDC's report, so maybe there can be some sort of follow-up on any idea of collaboration or.
Oh, yeah, I can bring it up to them and,
Who's the chairman, Trinette
No, the chair is Felicia.
or Felicia?
Yeah.
What you could do like for the movies in the park or even the concert, set it up between them and the local businesses. So like you can call in ahead and do like a pre-packaged meal
yeah,
where you can pick up at the restaurant, whether, and then take it to the park. I mean, I know there's vendors in the park,
Yeah.
but if you like, you know, something on Main Street, or if you like something Cancun or anybody else.
that's right, I
You know,
mean,
you-
partnering up
whoever
with
wants to
existing
participate,
event,
they can
yeah.
put it in their menu, and you can pre-order, go pick it up and take it to the movie or take it to the concert.
I think that'd
That's
be-
a really good idea.
That way, you know, you don't have to be.
Yeah, don't have to be making a whole new
vendor that-
thing, yeah. Just kind of jump
So,
in, feedback, I like that.
the Youth Activities Task Force who operates that event, they meet tomorrow. I don't know if they're, you know, they would want to go and suggest that idea. I can always bring it up to Ernie, who's there.
What time do they meet?
At 7 p.m. So. But regardless, I can bring it up to their liaison, as an idea, because I think right now they get kind of caught up between, you know, just having popcorn or just having pizza for sale, and maybe, you know.
And it's really for the
opening
restaurant to participate, just put up a special, you know, 5 things on a menu or
Right.
3 things, you order
with $5
it, set price and, you know,
meal
probably
box or
over 20,
box
but yeah.
or- Okay, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. And I like it too, since we don't have to take on the responsibility of setting up a whole event like that too, in such, you know,
But just to,
short time.
But
while we're
as,
doing the
but as a
weekend.
board doing your advocacy for, I think.
just to link in.
Yeah, I think
event
it's a
with-
good
with the
merge.
vendors Of the restaurants.
Yeah, no, great idea, Trish, that's awesome.
And if they wanna find a way to deliver to the park, that's a whole different story, but.
Yeah, but at that point, we did our
Right.
job of bringing them together and, you know, promoting the businesses, you know, in the town, I think, yeah.
And I don't think that we'll have another movies at the park until December.
Yeah,
So
no, that's a great way of-
plenty time to.
Making sure we're not stepping on toes or anything like that, and it's all as one.
Well,
I
cause
like
it
that.
does come into like sponsorship agreements with movies at the park, but again, since it starts back up in December, we can sort of. I mean, there's plenty of time to mold that sponsorship agreement.
No, yeah, and it doesn't have to necessarily be movies at the park, that's right, but I like the
Yeah,
idea of
but
just
any event that
piggybacking and
Trish
jumping
would
right
have,
in. Yeah, so I'll bring it up at the next thing, and who knows, maybe it's cultural affairs, maybe it's the youth activities task force. Who knows, maybe
Right.
somebody's doing an event that we can say,
When's the concert? Isn't that?
I'm not sure.
March.
No, they, the cultural affairs scraps, well, they haven't been planning a concert,
Okay,
and so,
that was a pretty good event.
yeah, what it was. Yeah, well, we did a survey.
I saw it up there too, that's why I kind of mentioned.
okay, cool.
When you pull down the spot, the.
That was part of the
Motown
course of
Saturday was
landscape.
fun.
Oh,
That was fun.
Okay.
well,
The
I thought
Motown
I
was
saw it.
great.
I'm
That's
gonna
cultural
get-
affairs, cool, cultural.
So we did a survey in August, at the behest of Councilwoman Ruano, of gauging the public's opinion on events and what they want to see, and food related concerts, culture, family, those are like, to me, it was pretty clear that that's what it's gonna be. Of course, if you ask certain people, you know, what that means to them, it could be what I could consider a boring event, like it could be a boring concert, or you could have, you know, again, a concert in the park or a concert on the fairway where it's a big deal, so yeah, we could have, you know, the concerts would be, it would have been nice to have, because then we really have a lot of opportunity for booths and vendors and but again, we can bring that up and
Yeah, that's why I think now we're at a stage, we're at a good point where we can,
Just to promote the business.
yeah, we can pitch it now to the other chairs and see if there's a collab we
Movies
can
on
do.
the, who was on the right in the movies? The movies on the park.
what do you mean?
There's a sponsor, there was somebody that was on the right in the costume.
No, the youth tax, the.
Oh, underwriting,
Uh-huh.
like who's
Like the sponsor of it, I guess.
I think Memorial Healthcare came in.
They have different sponsors every time, because I know that
Movies
there's a
and-
mortgage company that sponsored it one time. and-
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, they
I,
got different ones.
yeah,
Okay.
it's different, but it's
Yeah,
kind of so, and I don't wanna hold up too much time of it, but there's not a central sponsorship body in this town. We're trying our hardest to like, you know, streamline everything and have very specific packets that committee operates outside of this office because it's liaison with Ernie, and so he sort of handles all the sponsorship, so there's not very, it's kind of, if they're willing to sponsor, we'll take it. There's not really like a, you know, a written in stone, like, let's get businesses from Miami Lakes or restaurants to, you know, sponsor food, so it would have to be a concerted effort, but that's kind of what we want to do anyway, so but definitely something that we can look into more. So.
I'm ready.
You can do the party.
Yeah.
No, this is the expired one.
But also you can to buy your food for the party.
I just said text.
Yeah, it's okay, I just supposed to. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Good ideas, we'll. Oh, I'll be out of town, by the way, starting next Monday.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
So that week,
don't bother me.
don't try to follow up with me too much. But no, these are really good ideas that I'll be back for that quarterly. And so we'll bring that up and we'll be.
Cool. But yeah, but that was new business point C. So I guess just real quick, since Romy just walked in, I'll give you a little recap. Because maybe you got some good ideas for us.
Right.
Tomorrow's BB's Bakehouse networking social, so that's gonna be exciting if you can make it. Other than that, we brainstormed a little bit about the EDC event. Steve's not really here, and he's kind of the one that's helping spearhead that, so we didn't really get too much leverage on it, but just to recap, we were talking again about maybe doing it again at Anna G. Mendez as a location, like that we've been done a couple of years in the past. We talked about maybe having local restaurants cater. And then we reconfirmed today that we want to stick to doing things a little bit more hands-on when it comes to the event.
Talks, yeah.
Yeah, and the topic. So we talked about it as an example, like the webinars that we talked about originally, I think it was gonna be Melissa and us with AZ Graphics, we're gonna do like a web sort of thing of like how to like do your business online or something along those lines. So we were thinking maybe going back to something similar to that and making it more hands-on where it's, you know, the closest example I'm bringing up is digital marketing, because that's what I know. But, you know, something along those lines where it's like, you know, what's your social media? You know, what are the relevant hashtags you could use? Things like that, or like, you know, an example of a post, maybe if they don't have an account, it's showing people, oh, here's how to make your relevant accounts, things like that. You know, they can do it hands-on there. Something along those lines. Again, we've still got some time for this event, but this is the February meeting now, right? So we've got, what is it?
We're still.
10 more meetings,
I
right?
was
Or
gonna say,
not
we're
even.
still looking at what, August?
Yeah, so we've got
September.
September, that's what we did.
It was in September. last
Yeah.
time, I think that last.
Yeah, we gotta have it by that meeting or whatever, you know, so while we still got time, there's not that much time, you know?
Right.
So something to even, you know, keep churning the mind thinking on. And then the last thing, which was a new kind of idea that Carlos brought up last time, and George, that was here last time from BB's Bakehouse, was maybe doing something to help kind of promote the restaurants in Main Street. So we were kind of brainstorming what we could do for that, maybe an event with punch cards, partnering with the committees. But then what you walked in on now is that George brought up a really great idea that maybe we can already just kind of piggyback off of one of the events that's already going on with the other committees, like movies at the park or something similar to that end, and maybe have them facilitate a sort of partnership between them and the restaurants on Main Street or something along those lines, where they can sort of, provide, I don't know, pre-selected boxes of, lunch they could take to the, or dinner that they could take to these things for a set price, or a coupon that is involved with going to these things, something along those lines that kind of brings it all together. And I was gonna bring that up at the next quarterly chair meeting that happens, I think, when was it again, Jonathan? March
4th.
March 4th, which is pretty soon.
I think the other thing, if
So,
we
yeah.
want to promote local restaurants, is the farmer's market.
Yeah.
You took it out.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, is that
the
still?
farmer's market is
So
it's still
farmer's market,
happening,
is it?
right?
I know it's been MIA for a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think they,
I also think,
Yeah.
I think it's actually currently out to bid.
it's up, yeah.
Okay.
Out
Yeah.
to bid, what do you mean by out to bid?
I don't.
Yeah, because
Not
something
one,
I know.
not one organization runs that.
No,
I mean, I know it's the Grams that set up that whole thing, and when it comes,
It's the Florida Marketplace. Group.
yeah.
I'm sorry, say
okay.
that again?
Yeah, Florida Marketplace Group. They operate.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that.
So, yeah, and I know when it comes to the restaurants and stuff here, or at least the stores, when it comes here, there's a little bit of it's like friction when it comes to how it works with the farmer's market, because I've talked to her, like, for example, with Renata, because I talked to her how she felt about the farmer's market and where her opinions were,
That's interesting.
and she wasn't the biggest fan of it, and,
One meeting, we had a couple of people. come in.
Yeah, exactly. And they also talk about how they weren't big fans of it. Like George was saying that he's not the biggest fan of it, like, because it takes away from them on those weekends. So like, it'll be a busy Saturday where people will go to, that's when people retail shop, is they'll go to Main Street and shop and eat at the restaurants. But instead they'll go eat at the farmer's market,
Right.
and they'll go there. And I've talked to them, because I talked to the business owners. I said, oh, what about just putting it, like one of those, like those foldable ads, you know what I'm talking about? Like those really big ones.
Yep.
I'm like, what about putting one of those there? They said, oh, we would love to, but then, we're charged for that. Like they charge us to do that, to put up our signs there. So like in the farmer's market. So that's why it's kind of a weird point of friction for them, where they feel like it's good because it brings foot traffic, but it's bad because it
They spend
takes
the
it away
money
from
us.
them, and they're not allowed to advertise there for their businesses that are a step away.
Right.
So that's why it's kind of a weird thing. And that's why I know the farmer's market's been in like a toss up now, especially too with this. whole thing.
No, I mean, that's why I think it's an opportunity, right?
No, that's
So-
why, yeah. I think the person to talk to that too would be Andrea, actually. So that's why I wish she was here for
That's
this.
okay.
Yeah,
So, yeah, maybe we can bring that up next
yeah, bring it up to
time.
her next time.
Some
Maybe
way,
we can
some,
figure
we
something out.
put in some kind of rotation that maybe one Main Street business or one restaurant business
Something,
is
yeah.
allowed to do something and we'll rotate that every time,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, just help
Yeah.
promote them. I agree. I think the
Yeah.
farmer's market should be something that's, good for
Everyone,
local
yeah,
businesses.
I mean, in theory, we'd have to run really hard numbers to see, because the foot traffic is
Yeah,
increased
it's hard to just
100%.
go off the.
You know,
the
it's
dome.
hard,
Yeah.
it's hard to say, oh.
Oh, I feel,
Come
yeah.
into our
Convenient.
business.
It makes it inconvenient for the merchants on Main Street.
not for the same.
From their
Not what I'm
perspective,
saying.
but what Romy's saying too is that we don't really know, because we don't really have hard data. It's just
Right.
kind of like,
Not
I
what I'm saying.
feel like
Not
it's
for
bad,
basic.
but we don't, but,
Yeah,
we don't
I
know
mean,
for sure.
You may want every
Every
single person that comes to the farmer's market to come to your store, but
Exactly, but in
realistically, that's not
reality,
true.
maybe it is bringing more
Right,
people
and
there.
right, what's
in
your
the
normal
first
foot
place.
traffic on a normal
Exactly.
Saturday, 15 people, and what, you got 16 on the farmer's market?
Exactly,
I mean, I know you want 40, but you got.
Yeah, you're
one
seeing all
extra.
those people,
Right,
but you're getting more than you would have,
correct.
than what you're seeing, But that's why we don't really know for sure, but it's just kind of how they feel.
Maybe they're getting 5 instead of 15.
One extra word.
Well,
before the
right, but we don't know
No,
that.
exactly. Yeah, that's why. It's kind of a toss up, but that's just how I've heard how the business owners feel. And then I know how the Grams have to deal with it now with this whole thing. So I know it's kind of a toss up, but, I think it would be a good idea though. But, all right, that's it. I just kind of wanted to recap Romy on it. So what we talked
Thank you,
about.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, and then other than that, we're getting the new pull-up banners and stuff. These are the old ones. Jonathan found them right after.
Wow, of course, because that's the way life works.
Yeah, but they're kind of low res and stuff, so we're gonna do a new one
Alright,
anyways.
cool.
When I stopped looking for them.
Hey, just
Yeah.
backing up to the farmer's market, how much is the spot there? Does anybody know?
That I don't know. I have no idea when it comes to cost.
So you could rent a spot there and rotate it.
Yeah, maybe that's something even we do. Who knows? That's why like it's something to play with. Well, but like I said, I think Andrew is the
That way they'll be there because they'll have your own thing. You can do multiple.
yeah. That's a that's a good idea.
Like a local business.
A local business use it every time.
Oh, that's
Or he's
cool.
gonna
Okay.
promote their place.
Yeah, I know.
Killing it with the ideas today, George.
Got a lot of free
You're
time.
so-
Yo,
You're creative, just like you're real hard.
Alright, alright. But alright, that's it for the new business then, so it's just the,
Do we start?
okay. Do we have an extra copy of the agenda?
so then all that's left really is just the announcement, it's kind of what we talked about when we first got here, February 22nd, Scalp Elite ribbon cutting, that's 2 days from now. March 7th, there's a Glow Medical ribbon cutting, and then March 13th is the Chamber Luncheon. And I think in April we said now, right, there's another ribbon cutting, April 18th, but I'll put that on the next, I'll put that in the March meeting. So we got time for that one. So yeah, if you guys can make it to either one of those ribbon cuttings, it would be appreciated and cool. If not, no worries, I'll be there. I will be there. But alrighty, I think that's it for the most part, unless anybody's got any other questions, comments, concerns. If Romy, if you got anything you wanna bring up, I know you got here a little bit later, so feel free, no worries.
No, I'm good. I'll have a new last name before the end of the year, so hopefully we didn't order name tags.
Oh, we haven't yet, that's why it's
Great,
perfect. So
don't order name tags.
just
for
tell
a
me,
while.
yeah, send me a text or an email with
Wow.
what it's gonna be now, the official day.
When you order, just order with the name.
Yeah, I don't think.
It's not, no, I'm just
That's true,
gonna,
that's true.
it's just, it's gonna be your easy graphics. Yeah, it's most likely either gonna be Olga or somebody else doing it anyway,
Yeah.
so that's why.
I do have a question about the, I call it the boot camp, sorry,
Yeah.
the workshop that we put on in the summer. Have we addressed speakers, like who we want as speakers for next year?
No, that's part of
Have we
the,
addressed a subcommittee?
no,
Okay.
we have not. I
I
think
feel
that'll
like
be a good
I feel
idea.
like we
to
should
do.
make that now.
Yeah, then do it.
I move to establish a subcommittee for our summer boot camp series.
Maybe you want a second then? Good. Cool. It's all in favor?
I,
Cool. I agree with that too. That is a good idea.
You'll be the chair of that committee?
sure. I was ready for that.
Thanks, you volunteered.
I'll join it too. I'll be on it with it.
Should it be the same as
We'll put
last year?
Steve on it. Was it just the three of us and Carlos? Isn't what it was, right?
I think Carlos should be on it. He had a lot of great ideas that
Yeah.
we didn't necessarily implement for last time. So I'm gonna volunteer Carlos.
Yourself,
Um,
Steve.
I mean, we can pick whoever we want. I think, yeah, we should definitely include Steve.
I
If
think
he
Steve
doesn't
for
want to
sure.
do it, you know.
You
then-
wanna do it, Jessica? Did you do it last time or
She
no?
did. She helped last time.
You did, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's for sure. Yeah.
Yes, I
Steve
do.
for sure.
I think Manny would be great.
Yeah, who's second?
I mean, we all want to just join the committee.
Yeah, I don't need to be a part of this. Why? I'm just saying, join. But yeah, for now it could
Something
be,
I can step back.
yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I guess we're good then.
Yeah, Manny all the time says how much he wants to do.
You jumping in, Manny?
Manny's
That's
like,
the official
he's like, I just wanna help.
Needs me to move something, I'll move something. Our heirs, and we'll do Romy, Jessica, Carlos, and Manny. Right, those four.
I'll see about setting up a meeting.
Wait,
And
and
Steve.
Steve.
Oh, and Steve, my bad. Do those five.
I'll see about setting up a meeting a week or so before this meeting
Cool,
for March.
cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Romy. That was a great idea.
Yeah. 'cause we need
Yeah,
to
'cause
get
when it
the
gets to
ball
this, I get a little bit lost.
rolling.
All right, cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thanks so much, team. You guys are the best.
I'd also
All
love
the
to
great
know
ideas, sir.
who nominated me as secretary for another.
Yeah, I think,
While I was not
I think that was
here, I was
Andrea.
like, I'm very politically driven. Right?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
volunteering.
because that wasn't a subcommittee, that's like the whole thing.
It was Rudy.
And seconded by Matthew.
Uh-huh.
That's
Cool, yeah.
That is funny.
It's a wedding gift.
Yeah, you just did such a great job. All right, cool. So I think we're good. If anybody wants the motion to adjourn, I think for the most part, we're done. All right, cool. So all in favor?
Hi.
All right. Thank you so much for everything. That was really, that was actually a meeting. Yeah, it was quick and.
Glad to speak for
and
you.
Oh,
efficient.
John, you've been
What
taking
does it
notes?
report?
Yeah, oh, I mean,